Hey everybody, Mikeycat Outdoors here. So what are we doing today? Checking out a Volpi outdoor gear 40-liter ultralight backpack made in Guadalajara, Mexico. Let's check it out. So I came across an XPAC backpack for a decent price with an interesting backstory behind its development. 22-year-old Matteo Volpi goes by the trail name Olive Oil, because that's what he likes. Started getting into the cottage industry business in his native Guadalajara, Mexico area. And he covered 800 plus miles on the Pacific Crest Trail in 2019. Had some US products, backpacks and whatnot that he used on the trail. And he noticed that in his native Mexico, he really couldn't get those same products very well. Due to taxes and shipping and everything, those costs would exceed the cost of the product a lot of times. So there wasn't a real big ultralight market in Mexico, and he decided, well, maybe I can give this a try, and started this Volpi gear company. So he basically got the same materials everybody else gets, ripstop by the roll. This one's made out of VX07 XPAC. It's lighter weight XPAC, and it basically got older people there that would normally be unemployed. And he's giving them a respectable source of employment, paying them well, charging about the same price that you would get for other ultralight gear. So that allows them to basically pay the people a little better wage, because they don't have to pay for all the extra shipping and taxes and everything else, because it's made there locally for them. So Garage Grown Gear offered some of these, and they were selling them for $180, which is comparable to like a Gossamer Gear 420 backpack. Same kind of specs. There's aerobic nylon. This is VX07 XPAC. So it's got the scrim lining in there to keep it water resistant. Similar specs, similar sizing and stuff, similar pricing, so it's competitive in the market. So anyways, by helping the people in Mexico, it's kind of keeping people away from other less desirable jobs like the cartels. So I picked up on that and I thought, yeah, I'll give it a try, see what it's like for a small, lightweight XPAC backpack. I've got a ULA circuit that's in XPAC, and I've got some Seek Outside bags that are in a heavier XPAC. They're a lot more rigid than this one, so this one's smaller size and it's a little lighter. It's not as rough, so XPAC will hold up a lot better than some other fabrics, but they all have their pros and cons to them. And anyways, the backpack seems to be fairly decent just from initial looks on it. It's 40 to 45 liters in volume. It's about 17.6 ounces with the hip belt attached. You can detach that hip belt, so it'd be 15.87 ounces without it. Main body is VX07. The back pocket is a mesh material. I'll get into all these in a little bit. Comes in black or gray XPAC. So depending what color you want there, those are your options. I got mine in black. It also comes with load lifters, which is something I like. Just helps bring everything closer to your back and shoulders so it's not all hanging back. And the hip belt doesn't have any pockets, but it's got a lot of those MOLLE gear attachment loops to it, so it gives you some options there. And initial thoughts on it, it seems to be a fairly good backpack so far. It's frameless, so like any frameless pack, you're going to have a weight limit. Probably 20-25 pounds would be safe. You may want to get like a padded sit pad and put it inside to give yourself a little more rigidity and a little padding on the back. If you think you're going to have oddball stuff in there or you can't pack it, good. So that's one limit on it that ultralight frameless ones are going to have anyways. And only other thing I ever really came across was, I'll show you, the top buckle strap. When I got it, it was attached backwards. So instead of being able to pull the strap up above it to tighten it, it was like tucking under the other strap as you were trying to pull it tight. And my other ones, and even the pictures online, showed it the other way. So it was tri-folded, couldn't really take it off. That helped keep it from coming loose. And so I just took the stitches out with a pocket knife, opened it up, reversed the buckle, brought it back, refolded it, and just hand stitched it, and you know, it works. So that little bit of quality control issue aside, doesn't seem to be a bad pack though overall. So let's get into the pack here. Of course, I'll take this off. I got the buckle here. You see here, it's just got a tiny little belt. You can see here on the side, it's got the web loops to it. So it's not any pockets or anything. And I did add this aftermarket. This did not come with it. A little water bottle holder. Also got that from Garage Grown Gear. So the backpack itself, it's got this nice line lock construction here for tightening down the sides. So it starts off with a loop and it weaves back and forth, and then you got your line lock. And so if you want to compress the volume down, you can very simply there. You got a little shot cord loop here, so if you've got, you know, ISAC, trekking poles, whatever, you could put part of it here, and you got another loop down here at the bottom, which is nice. And a little bit of shot cord here at the top of your mesh gear bag. So this is the big mesh. This isn't that real like nylon stretchy stuff, but it's got a little bit, you know, with the shot cord there, a little bit of stretch, you know, hold it in. So that's not too bad. This is good if you got really wet stuff and you want more air surface area there to dry this stuff out. And then with the material being XPAC with the scrim, you don't have to worry about your pack getting wet inside. So if you got wet gear, you just put it out here and you'd be fine. Water bottle pockets seem to be fairly decent. Come around, no padding really there on the back, but you got some decent padding on your straps and on your belt. Got your little pole loop there like most backpacks have. And then on this one, you'll see that little cross X looking buckle there. So that was originally on backwards. So as you can see, you know, you want to pull this thing tight. You want this to be out so you can pull it, you know, and nothing being in the way. So when this came on originally, this strap was underneath this other one and doesn't make it real fun there. So I'll open this up for you. Standard roll top. It does not have the side buckle attachments like ULA has. And that's one thing I do like about ULA is, you know, you can actually, you know, roll it and strap it to the sides so it makes it a little cleaner look and everything. But Seek Outside, Volpi, some others, they all just do it the simpler way where you just roll it just like a roll top dry bag and then you just put that top loop over it. So I stuffed a regular bed pillow in here. And you got a nice little snap up here at the top that you can open up. And I got a big old red JCPenney's bed pillow in there. And you can see there's still, this is only coming up to about the top of the mesh where the pillow is. So you still got all this extra volume here if you needed, you know, space for other gear. So the specs say 40, but it really could hold about 45 liters of volume. Just based upon the specs that I've been seeing off of Garage Grown Gear. So it's not a bad pack, and I'm willing to put it through its paces. I'm willing to give, you know, indigenous people, BIPOC industries, whatever, somebody's got a good business intention to give somebody a fair wage and to start a company and take the ambition to do it, I'll give them a chance, you know. So I thought, yeah, you know, for the price, it wasn't too bad, XPAC and everything. I got the Gossamer 420, so those two packs, I'll probably, you know, compare and contrast them as time goes on, just to see similarities and differences. The Gossamer has a back pad area built in, so that one's going to have some advantage in that regard for, you know, being frameless but kind of framed with that pad. Hilltop Packs also has an option like that. Theirs is a Dyneema pack, so that and like Light AF, you can do stuff like that too. So some of those options are going to be more expensive though. A Hilltop and a Light AF are going to be more in the 300 to 350 range. This is 180. The Gossamer is probably in the same range, I think, about 180 or so. So, you know, these are smaller packs. These aren't the real big ones. Circuit's a lot bigger pack than this is. But this is a good one for, you know, short hike, going in overnight, and, you know, it's not a real long trip, but it work. So, I guess if you guys are interested in it, check it out, and, you know, it's just another option that's out there, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll follow up on this some point in the future when I put it through its paces and say, you know, is it good? Does it suck? Does it wear really well? Does it wear prematurely in any spots? You know, those are the sorts of things. You know, only packs I've really had problems with were, you know, just like cheap backpacks that I've used for school, where after, you know, a year or two of heavy use, you know, all the, you know, stitches come out at the stress points, and, you know, you might have wear and tear at the bottom or something. My little ULA fanny pack, if you put a pack on top of it, the water bottles fall out, you know. I also had like a ULA fast pack, which has stuff like water bottle holders in the front, and it doesn't have load lifters in the back. It's frameless. It's a small pack, and it's okay for small stuff, but yeah, if you got, you know, a lot of hard edges and irregular stuff, it's gonna poke you in the back and it's gonna hurt, and without the load lifters, it's just, it pushes down on your shoulders. So this has a load lifters, which I like because I got bad shoulders, and, you know, help distribute that load. So like I say, I'll follow up on it, and, you know, just, yeah, we'll go from there. So the part I really like the most about this pack is the cool little logo, the little fox, my daughter's spirit animal. As you can see, it's fairly cavernous inside. So you can see I got the pillow in there. I got a little seat that I got in there too. There's plenty of space. Buckle up. Roll it down. Do it. Adjust the strap. Buckle it up, pull that strap tight, and you see why I fixed it. Right there on the end. So you can see right there in the front pocket, you got plenty of space. You know, if you got a tent or something, or a tarp that's wet, this is just a little chair thing, lounger, that I put in here just as an example. But it'll hold it in fairly well. As long as you aren't going upside down, you'd be alright. With side adjustment, just pull this nice and tight. Readjust your cordage appropriately. You can tighten the side down a little bit if you want. Same way if you want to expand it. You got a bigger load that day. Just got in from town. Want this a little looser. Just pull it out. So you can see size-wise, the Volpi 40 liter is very similar to the Gossamer Gear 420. It's on the right here. Well, this has a little different size mesh to it. This one's a little more open. This one might have a little more stretch, but it's not a lot. It's not like the ULA one. Water bottle pouches on this one's a little higher. It's got some additional straps, but it's got the side tie downs for the roll top, which is kind of nice. And Gossamer's also got this integrated pouch for a sit pad to go in. Heavily padded, but no load lifters on the Gossamer. So it does have pouches on the belt. So there's some differences. Compare, contrast. Whatever works for you. I also wanted to compare and contrast this with the REI Trail 40 liter backpack, which is a lot cheaper option out there, but it's just your regular aerobic nylon, and it's got, you know, like a stretchy mesh, but it's a zip type opening. So you're kind of dependent on your strength of your zipper and everything, but you can lay stuff open bare, but you know, it's a little different configuration. This one definitely, volume-wise, seems smaller than the Volpi. Looks like there's a few more liters of space on top of the Volpi one. This one, you know, it's got some different strap options and stuff too. Things to perch poles on, whatnot. So there's a lot of players out there in the 40 liter market, and you know, different price points and stuff. They all have their pros and cons to them, but you know, they're all pretty good options. It's good to have competition in the marketplace. So this one opened up. It's got like a mesh area and got a little sleeping bag and a Helinox cot and pillow and stuff in there in case I ever have to stay the night at work. That's what I'm doing with that one, is this kind of an overnight pack. But I don't think it would hold up to the rain and stuff as much as the XPAC material would on a Volpi. So that's one thing that I like about that option compared to this. So if you like what you've seen, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, give me a thumbs up, give me $1 million, whatever. So I'll catch you guys again in the outdoors and the indoors and wherever else. So thanks for watching.